And in my free times, I like to listen to music, play some musical instruments, watching movies and series, and play games with my virtual friends.
Welcome here. I think you're already been here, so welcome again.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to have you here. And we have one more talker. So Maria Luisa, you listen to us? Okay.
Yes, hello everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Is your camera available?
Today I can't open my camera. I don't know if it's okay for you guys.
That's okay. It's just a quick question. And like you are saying, who are you? Can you present yourself, please?
Sure, my name is Maria Luisa. I am from Recife, Pernambuco. I live with my parents and I am 24 years old. I am a student, a designer student, and I already work as social media design. In my free time, I like to spend my time with my family, my friends, watching movies, series, things like that. And that's it.
Nice, welcome here. I copied the questions that for you is on the chat. And guys, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining this meeting. My name is Luan. I'm from Belém. Not exactly Belém, but I'm from Pará. And I've been living in Ribeirão Preto, like this hot city. That's like hot like hell here. I don't even know. We have, I don't know, 34 degrees like now. I'm feel great that I've been a host here since last year. And I think I learning a lot from you, and I think you can contribute from your development. I'm feeling good when it happens. So let's get started. These questions, Maria, you were a little late, so the topic of the day is about passion. What's your passion? Tell us about it. So let's share experiences, and we have to be respectful. Like we all know that how Talking Talk works is not a class. So let's not gonna correct ourselves. It's just gonna to share experiences, develop skills each other and one another. And the question number one, we already answered. So the question number two is, what do you find relaxing? Could be an activity, could be, I don't know, an state or something that you usually do or you don't. English to hear from you. So Patricia, what do you find relaxed? What do you feel it's relaxing for you?
I like it to travel, to relax without worries, just to enjoy the place and get to know new cultures. For me, is relaxing, travel.
Travel. Is relax expensive, but
yeah, but yeah.
And I feel the same. When I went to Rio de Janeiro last month, this is relaxing, expensive.
Yes.
Beaches, but
maybe a little dangerous, but yeah.
Relax. A little bit dangerous and trying to not thieves, but the people wants to extract a lot of money in every minute on the beaches. But it was so exciting and relaxing.
Yeah.
And you, Jefferson, what do you find relaxing? Could be travel or something else.
Yeah, thousands things to do. But let's think about something. I love to walk, listen music, especially jazz. I love to listen jazz. We have a lot of bands from the United States, from Europe, about jazz with old musics. I love old musics, the old ones from 60s, 70s, and 80s, something like this. Not the modern jazz, but I love the old jazz. And I love to read. I think it's a very good way. I work most of the day with my computer. I'm a professor teaching, preparing something, but sometimes I used to read something different, and I love to read. It's a very good way to relax. And just to finish, one more example is to garden. I love to water my plants. Or I live in a very good house and have a lot of plants. I used to talk with them all the time, water and talk with them, something relax. Maybe 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, water my plants.
But it's remind me Sonia because she has a lot of plants as well, and I think she finds relaxing. What about you, Sonia?
Yes, in my case, I found very relaxed, spend time with my plants, with my flowers, take care of them. I take off my shoes and I spend time with them. It's a good therapy for me. I feel a good energy. And another thing that relaxes me a lot is stay in quiet in bed with my husband and my pets, Polo and Flash, just doing nothing. I try to enjoy the moment, and I feel peace. And for me, peace is like happiness. It's synonymous of happiness nowadays.
I think
That's it.
doing nothing without
Doing nothing.
after your lunch.
Yes, after lunch or especially in weekends, Saturdays or Sundays. Of course, we can't all the day, but when we can do it, we spend time like this, and it's very good for us.
I just did it, and after the lunch, and me and my girlfriend just lie in the bed and doing absolutely nothing. There's a perfect sense. It means peace, I think. And you, Maria Luisa, or do you prefer Maria Luisa or whatever?
Whatever.
Whatever.
I find it relaxing when I cook, because I think it's inquire us a little bit of attention, and we have to follow some steps. So for me, it's relaxing, and to make cakes. I love to make cakes. And another example for me is to have any contact with the nature. I don't know, go to the beach, look the sea, or have any contact with plants, some things like that.
I feel you at the first, because what finds relax is doing the dishes. Like I put on my microphones and try to hear in a podcast, and here's a song. There's a piece doing nothing after lunch. But I think it's for me, it's
a
going
good
to work.
option too. I was doing the dishes before this conversation.
And especially when no one is saying anything, just you and the plates. Perfect to me, because I hate cooking. So for example, you like cooking, I hate cooking. So I prefer to doing the dishes after the lunch than cooking. And my cooking is horrible. It's unbearable. And the next
I
one.
can't cook. I can't cook
Really?
too. I can't cook too. But it's very interesting to find peace, finding peace in
the dishes.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, I agree. I hate cooking. I love eating foods, but I hate cooking. Yeah, I hate.
And
Yes,
I agree.
I don't like cook too.
No one
God
likes
bless the living.
But what is the person who cooks to you? So in your case, your boyfriend,
iFood is my best friend.
iFood?
Yes. The credit card is not good, but iFood is my friend.
And
My
then the
best.
other months, the bill.
Yeah.
No, I feel you totally. Here is my girlfriend that cooks, and I'm just no. The rest is for me, but just do it, please. And our next one, guys, is what did you enjoy as a child? It's a very good one. So I don't know, Sonia, what did you enjoy as a child in your passion when you were a little girl?
Yes, I had a lot of things that I enjoyed. I lived, when I was child, I lived in a small town here in Paraguay, and we have a lot of things to do. I enjoyed spend time with my friends, uh, playing. I don't know why, anything, climb the trees. I know it's dangerous, but when I was child, I climbed trees. It was very fun for us, and I enjoyed to spend time with my grandfather. Yes, I remember him with with love. I spent a lot of time with him, and he told me a lot of things. I talked with him, and it was it's a good remember. It's a good memory that I have when I was child, and I can mention a lot of things, but I don't know how say it in English, how explain in English the activities that I did with my sister and my cousins or my friends. But I enjoyed a lot nature because in my town we had great places to visit. It's places like rivers, but they're not rivers. It's smaller than rivers. In Spanish called arroyos. I don't know how said it in English. And we have a lot near of my house, and that's it.
Well, exactly like me, yeah. Exactly like me, I think. But I talk later. It's remind me. It brings me nostalgia, but
Yeah.
deeply. And you, Patricia, what about you? What did you enjoy as a child?
I liked music. I used to sing in the church choir and play soccer with my friends. Unfortunately, my father didn't invest me in the soccer, but I love to play.
Yeah, I think you mean you had some talent that could be
Yeah,
lapidated.
yeah. I used to play soccer with my friends and the parents, the parents of my friends. So I play with adults, and they said, "Oh, talk to your father to put on your soccer school," but my father didn't invest, so that's it.
Then generally, the parents wants to not wants but want to studies in the
Yeah,
future.
yeah,
It's not touching the ball.
yeah.
Then you, Jefferson, what do you enjoy as a child?
I think I will follow my friend Patricia, the same one. I used to play soccer a lot with my friend on streets and then in the camps. I played until 13, and I have a big party when I got 13, And my father asked to my friends, "What about Jeff? Do you think he can be a good player or not?" And they used to say, "No, not." So I decided to, that time I gave up playing soccer and began to study. And when I finished my undergraduate course, I returned to play soccer, and I'm playing until now. And I remember all of this, I think the big moments of my life. We used to play until the end of the day because we have no lights. When for more or less 6 o'clock, you need to stop, okay, because we can see the ball now. Let's stop now.
Curiosity, what's your position, you and Patricia, in soccer?
I don't know how say atacante, but I used to play in this position.
It was my dream being atacante, but I just realized that I'm just good in defending. And defending, destroy the players, trying to be a center back, zagueiro.
Yeah.
But after that, after midfielder, I cannot. And you, Maria, what did you enjoy as a child?
I'm a little different. I would like to be more able to sports, but I don't. So when I was a child, I liked to read. I still liking, but not the same way because I have another another things to do, you know. But when I was a child, I like a lot to read and mainly magazines, you know. When I was becoming teenager, I liked to read magazines for girls, you know. And when I was more younger, I liked to find my cousins when I had opportunity to have family reunions, you know, and play with them. It was very nice, and that's it.
Good one too. Good one. And I think it's for me, it's exactly like Sonia, because when I was a child, yeah, on holidays, schools, I have to, not I have, but my parents used to send me to my grandparents and to the small town, really small town. And we don't have phones that sometimes we don't have signal even nowadays, so it's a countryside, and we have to watching TV, watching football matches, especially with my grandparents, and just trying to occupy your time doing to the church, or not doing but going to the church and visit your relatives, your the relatives that you don't see in many years. Is perfect. It was how I can say, it was so good because my grandfather is supporter of São Paulo, my grandmother supporter of Flamengo, so they always fight. And but I inherit São Paulo for him, and it was so nice. And we still watching games, but not in the same city, so I have to doing for WhatsApp. Or go look at that for him perfectly. I have to call him after our meeting. And our next one, I think it's Jefferson is down. Let's wait for him to return. But you have to skip it up for another. So question number 4. What can you talking about for hours? So choose a topic. That's you can just discussing. You can just speak for hours if you find interesting. What can you be? So Patricia, what can you talking about for hours and how?
For me, it's 3 topics: music, sports, and games. Games like Valorant, which is my favorite game at the moment. So yeah, if I want to talk with 3 topics, we don't look the clock, the the hours, because perder de vista.
It's about that. I just know Loud, and I don't even know it's because it's a Brazilian team. It's about
Yeah,
a team,
it's
Brazilian,
the
Valorant.
best Brazilian team. Yeah.
Yeah, and I sometimes I see people, oh, Loud is great. Loud is
Yeah,
doing.
it's amazing. It's amazing.
I don't even know what it's like.
It's a good game, but it's stressful too. But it's a good game, Valorant. I like
I'm
it.
going to play the game to relax, and during the game,
No, yeah. But yeah, it's a life. It's a I talk with my wife, and I talk. I just want to play Valorant to relax. To don't worry. And after 10 minutes, I screaming and que saco. So she don't understand, but yeah, it's life.
and exactly the same. I think that my favorite game on PC is Euro Truck, because you can
Yeah,
be a truck man that delivers the food in England, in
it's
Paraguay, in
amazing.
Brazil, perfectly. I find it relaxing.
Good
And you,
game. I
Sonia,
like.
really good. And you, Sonia, can you talk?
Uh,
What can you talking about for hours?
Taking out my profession, because I can talk about for hours about my profession, about because I love I love it. I agree with Patricia. I can talk a lot about music, about sport. I know very much about soccer, because I love soccer. I watch the plays or the games. I don't know. I understand soccer. I love Formula One too. I am fan of Formula One. I watch the practices, the qualifying, the races, and I know a lot of Formula One. It's very interesting if you know the rules, the strategy is very interesting. I can talk about it. Always I can talk for hours about movies and or spectacle and what that kind of things that I like and de-stress for me.
Really good one too. Unfortunately, Olympia didn't beat Fluminense, but it was a great game. And
Yes, unfortunately, I didn't have more very expectations, so I don't feel sad. We will have a next opportunity.
yeah, exactly. If you even know, my grandmother is so Flamengo, but so Flamengo that she said to me today, I'm Olympia. I'm Olympia since I was a child.
When
But
when when Olympia wins to Flamengo, what's a surprise for me.
yeah,
But Fluminense is a very strong team.
yeah, exactly.
And Olympia have a lot of problems that you don't know, but I think they have had a good job, but Fluminense was better.
Well, the Libertadores is just a great opportunity on the games. I love the competition. And you,
Yes.
Maria, what can you talking about for hours, in your opinion? So the topic is made for you.
I am a communicator, so I like to talk about anything and a lot of things. I like to talk about 4 hours, like some experiences that I had, some places that I went, concerts that I went, or movies that I watched. I like to talk to. Series is a topic that I can talk all day. And it's not a problem for me because I really like to watch a series. And that's it. Like I said, I am not too passionate about esports, but a sport that I really like is volleyball. So it's a topic that I like to talk. And when it's the Olympics, I like to talk about esports or the cup
During
world.
during the Olympics.
But that's it.
And after that, changing the topic, it's about passion. That's really important. If money was no object, that was a very important question. How would you fill your time? I think it's about sports, series, wandering from the streets. I want to hear your opinions about that. So, Sonia, for example, if no money for you, you don't have to wear money, how would you fill your time?
Oh, it's a great question. I will go to the World Cup, for example, for sure. I will go to to watch tennis, U.S. Open or Wimbledon. I will go to any concerts that I can because I love those concerts. It's a very good experience for me. It's relaxing. It's very good. It's distress, and I will go to the races, the one around the world. Maybe I will. I don't know. I will go to other from I don't know races around the season and study. I will study languages or something about my profession, and that I will have a place, a house with a big garden to take a lot of pets because I love pets and plants too.
Perfectly. Exactly the same for me. But it's about languages. I not a race. I'm not related to watch, but languages is the best that I can. And if it was money now wasn't an object, I think that I wouldn't learn languages the half an hour, not half, but half a day. Spanish, English, German, especially, French, and other ones because I think it's a hang out with your friends in other languages is amazing things. I know even in English is binding us here, for example. But I know we speak Portuguese or Spanish, but we are learning another one to communicate. We are doing well, so I think it's my most passion. It's about learning. And what about you, Patricia? If no money was an object?
Travel around the world. I love to travel. I would like to know many countries. Go to the concerts of my favorite bands and watch a lot of sport games. For example, go to Olympic Games in Paris next year. So I think it's that.
But, I'd like to visit this exactly this country. In fact, to watch the Olympics, and especially football, and
Amazing.
these games, sport, that That I think is the best one. And you, Luisa, or Maria Luisa, if money was an object.
The same as Patricia said, I would like to travel a lot to many countries. I think travel is a passion that I think you cannot be tired because you can know a lot of places and different cultures. So it cannot be bored, you know. I think that's it. Probably travel a lot.
Yeah, I think that's the reason. That's the reason for life. No other cultures, no other places. Uh, and I think it's the most thing that we do. The
Yeah,
most
and travel, no one can steal this experience. It's
Yeah.
not like I bought a new car, so you can steal, but can be the steal, but travel, no, not. So for me, travel is the best thing.
And you have experiences that's unique in your mind. You can resist. You can photograph it. I think it's perfect, and it's about sensations as well. For example, I found that I hate salt water. Really, I grew up in the Pará. So Pará, we have the água doce. In other parts of this country, we have salt water, and I hate salt water because we cannot dive perfectly like I can do in the on the north. So, but it's a perfect. There's a sensation, there's a feeling, there's experience that I cannot be by, like you say.
Yeah.
And answering this and enjoy this question, what do you enjoy at this moment? So you have a currently passion in your life. What do you find fulfilling or important in life right now? For example, you're doing your grades, or you're learning something new, or your job. So what are you doing, or what do you enjoy right now, Patricia?
Eu entendi essa pergunta diferente, mas eu vou tentar responder, tá?
Perfect.
My family, I was never a family person, but at this point of my life, after we grew up, we learned to value family. So for me, enjoy what is more enjoying in this moment in my life is my family. But in this year, I started to play in Carnival block because I was eu sempre quis fazer isso, and for me is a good experience. So I answered these questions at two things different, but eu entendi assim, desculpa.
That's a perfectly. That's the reason you understand. That's the reason we wanted you to understand it, and I feel you completely about this point. And you, Maria, what do you enjoy exactly right now? For example, can be I don't know, an important job, and Maria's gone. So, and about you, Sonia?
I at this moment I enjoy a lot spend time with my loved ones, my husband, my pets, my family, my friends, my close friends. I changed a lot my point of view after the last year when I lost my father, and I give another place to my family today. I try to spend more time with my mother and with my close friends, with my little nephew that has two. I love him very much, and I enjoy a lot the time that I spend with him. And for me nowadays, my family is the most important in my life.
But I feel you both because I was to be a family person in my opinion, but when I moved from here, I missed them so much. So I believe so that I don't know, I wouldn't give plenty of things to communicate personally with all of them because I'm far away. So I don't know, 3,000 kilometers away. So I think I'm enjoying my family right now than when I was a teenager, when I was a kid. I think, but it's a kind of sad because it's worth it to you when you are far away from this person. So I feel you both. Maria, are you there? You back? Or
Yeah, I'm back. Can you hear me well?
yeah. We are
Okay.
doing the question number 6. So if you're willing to answer, so what do you enjoy at this moment of your life? For example, right now, what do you feel feeling or you're important in life?
Um, I was listening the Sonia's answer, and I agree with her. For me, to be with my family is priority, and in this moment, you know, I like to spend my time with them. But also, I'm trying to fulfill my time alone too, finding pleasure to be with myself. I think it's important to my health care, you know, with my mind care. So I also in this time I am trying to have my more time for myself, to take care of myself, to spend more time doing things that I like. And that's it. I think that's my priority in this moment.
Unexpected answer. I wasn't expecting. You're looking for the pleasure for your own away from another. It was really, really important. Indeed. And our next one is against this. So, for example, what do you don't enjoy? What do you not enjoy about your life right now, for example? And what do you find draining for it's stealing your energy? It can be stressful in your life besides work. So, Sonia, what is your draining your life? You experience this. What do you find stressful right now?
I don't know, maybe something about my family too. I have a cousin who is sick. He had an ABC last year, and he is recovering himself, but he can talk still, and he can walk. He needs nurses or another person who takes him all the day, and I feel worried about him and my aunt who take him. This is my special worried thing in this moment, and I try to don't feel to don't think a lot or of future. Uh, I try to be practice, but I try to don't overthink it about future because it is very stressful for me. I am very perfectionist, and I want to take control of all the things, and that's impossible that's impossible, but sometimes I can handle with um, this, I don't know how to say, defecto in my life. I will try to handle with it in therapy if I need, or myself if I can. I don't know if I could explain it.
Perfectly, but it brings me a question on how a psychologist do a therapy, for example. You understand about brains, how works brains, and how brains connected with the words and connected with your feelings. But if you, for example, need a therapy, you're going to find another your co-worker to doing a therapy for this another professional. Is that so?
Yes, absolutely. If you work as psychotherapist, you need to do psychotherapist too, because you need to resolve your own problems, and to talk with another professional about your feelings, your frustration, especially in my area, because as I work with victims of violence, the woman that suffers violence, they always back with the violent person, and it is very frustrating for the professional. Nowadays, with my years of experience, I learned to handle with it, but it affects me a lot, because I feel scared about the person, because I know she is in a dangerous situation with the violent person. But resuming the answer, yes. If you work as psychotherapist, you need to do psychotherapy with another person. And in my country, my country is very small, and unfortunately, the privacy is not a quality to the professionals. And I particularly do therapy with professionals from the other countries, from Argentina.
Got it. And I didn't know that really, but I think it's really important to your mental health, but I think like we have to treat patients. And I think it's a sensitive topic, I have to say. And to you, Maria, what do you not enjoy about your life right now, and what can be stressful to you?
Well, at this moment, I am really avoiding have fights, discussions, avoiding bad relationships. And I'm not talking about romantic relationships, but I'm talking about people that in my life sucking my energy. So I really, really avoiding. And so at this moment, I don't like people like that in my life. I am avoiding and trying to be with people that gave me more comfort, and that's it. I think my relationships in general, I am trying to get better.
Yeah, to sum up, avoid people generally.
Yeah.
And you, Patricia, what can you be in your life right now that can be stressful?
Pay the bills is the worst part of being adult, but and specifically the route from my house to work in my neighborhood, there is only one bus line that makes this route, and I end up taking crowd buses. So it's so stressful to me, and for me, it's the worst part.
But you don't live in the capital, you live in the other city.
No, I live in the capital, but is a big distance to my neighborhood, to my work. So in my neighborhood, so is this just one bus line? So it's stressful because sometimes the line has a delayed, so the bus is a crowded, fica lotado, so it's stressful, so stressful.
I feel you when you live in Berlin, it's exactly like that. Capitals are I hate capitals. Not about the city can be beautiful, okay, but to live and the working very far from your neighborhood can be stressful. And here I don't feel it because I live in the I think it's a few minutes of university, but in the other cities it can be, I know, a huge mess. To finish our topic, I'm going to skip to not question number 9. Yeah, 19th question is about what did you want to be when you grow up? So when you was a child, what did you want to be? Que tu queres ser no futuro or something else? Sonia, what did you want to be when you were as a child? You did a profession? You had a profession in mind?
When I was child, I think I will study medicine, but I think that it will be my profession. But when I finished the high school, I changed my mind because I had a boyfriend that studied medicine, and I watched how was his life and in the college, and I think that's not that I want for me. It's too much for me, and I changed and I choose psychology, and I don't regret about it. But when I was child, my dream was to be a doctor.
Really good dream. And you, Patricia?
A rock star. I used to make a lot of concerts for my toys in my living room, or a professional athlete of soccer or volleyball.
A rock star.
Yeah.
Sometimes I imagine myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
In my case, when I was younger, I kept saying when I grow up, I want to be Madonna.
Madonna.
I love it.
I really, I wanted to be a voice actor. It's my dream. It's still my dream.
Yeah.
Voice actor as an astronaut.
Yeah.
Out of space. Passion.
And what actor do you admire? Which actor do you want to be, for example?
I really like Will Smith. Will Smith in his voices, Ben Affleck. I really like to be any actor. Any actors about
To be married with J-Lo.
And I know it's a strange,
Good point.
strange,
Good point.
it's a strange dream. I know and I muted the TV and tried to say the exactly things that is the cartoons say. That amazing when I was as a kid. And you, Maria, what did you want it to be when you grow up?
The same as Sonia, I wanted to be a doctor, but it's more because my family told me that it's the best profession, and I believe it, but it's nothing to do with me. I
I don't like to nothing about health, to be a professional in health. I think it's not for me. And I became a teacher when I finished the graduation. And now I am becoming a designer. So I think I don't believe I'm able just for one profession. I think I am able for a lot of professions, and that's fine for me. Now it's fine. Before it wasn't, but now it's okay. But not a doctor. It's not for me.
Leonardo da Vinci style professionals, engineer, doctor.
I'm trying.
Whatever you want. I think it's time's up. Unfortunately, it was a great conversation. We have to not sometimes, but some questions left, so you can read it in the mirror. You can read it for someone. You can practice. I didn't forget the survey. It's on the chat. It's really important for us. And last Saturday, my computer and I couldn't send the link for the talkers, but I can now. And your feedback is the most important for us. You can criticize, you can something nice, suggest your topics, because besides the meeting, the survey helps us a lot to improve our quality of the meetings. I'm so glad that for all of you came here this afternoon. So glad for that. So glad for Sonia, for Patricia, for Maria Luisa, for Jennifer.
It was my pleasure.
It was exactly.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. I see you next Saturday besides, or and after. And it is what it is. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.